Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're here for Bakemonogatari episode 2. Last episode we met Araragi, SENJOUGAHARA, what was his name, Oshino, Hanekawa. Wow, I am shocked I remembered all those names. I guess for how long the reaction was, I kind of jammed the names into my head by the end of it, because SENJOUGAHARA is not a simple name, to say the least, but she's kind of a tsundere character. They've been like kind of going with the tropes, but also making fun of them at the same time, which is very interesting. And we got a little introduced into this world as a whole. There's definitely still a lot to figure out and things like that. Very much just getting introduced into the fact that there's like gods who affect the world, there's vampires that exist. I mean, there's a bunch of supernatural shit that seems natural in this world, and people just kind of acknowledge it exists and things like that. So still waiting to see what the overarching plot of the series is going to be, but for now we're trying to help SENJOUGAHARA with her issue with this crab god they're talking about, and how the crab god only really picks like very select few people. We'll get more details in this episode, of course, but that's just kind of the baseline thing we got from, I believe his name was Oshino, who helped Araragi get back to being a normal human when he apparently became a vampire. There's also that girl named Shinobu in the corner who was apparently a vampire before, and she looks identical to the one who is in like all the preview stuff. I don't know if that preview stuff is going to occur in this season, because it clearly happened in the past, so I don't know if that's gonna happen in this season, or if that's gonna be like a prequel something later on. I have no idea. I put the watch order up on screen last time, so if you want to see what the watch order I'm doing, you can go check out the last video. It's in the intro. I showed what watch order I'm doing for the series. Anyway, yeah, let's see where we're gonna go in this episode, where we are here to continue helping out SENJOUGAHARA, and yeah, I mean, it is just as unique and crazy and all of the above as I was expecting. It looks like they're in a normal school, but then there's this giant spiral staircase that SENJOUGAHARA came falling down from after she slipped on a banana. So I question what the hell is going on there, why there's a giant spiral staircase like that that looks like you're climbing up to fucking heaven to get to class. Think of any other crazy shit that went on. Oh yeah, Hanekawa seems like she might be in the same way that like Araragi was a vampire, and then this SENJOUGAHARA is associated with this crab, that she's maybe associated with a cat or something like that. And there was a bunch of girls that showed in that little like 1 minute 30-second preview that it looked like there's a bunch of different girls associated with different animals and things like that. Hopefully I end up not having to pause as much this time, so I don't break VLC media player, because literally last time I did this it was lagging because I was pausing and going back so much. So alas, let's see where we're gonna go in this episode. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current and past anime, current manga, past manga, and have not anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now that further, step straight into Bakemonogatari episode 2. Please be quiet. It's already lagging. Honestly, it might have something to do with the fact that I'm recording and using a bunch of my computer's resources, because my computer's been extra slow as of late. Let's see, is there anything I can close out to make it run faster? Nope, doesn't really look like it. Oh well. Who's going climbing the stairs? Landlord Tami Kuraso. Okay, it's a different place than where we were last episode. Water, so is this after their meeting? Or is this her home? Oh, we have been brought to SENJOUGAHARA's home. Huh? Not only giving them all our money. Yeah! Also taking on a huge amount of debt. We just gonna skip the whole conversation from last episode? Yeah. We're just now in their house, apparently. Whoa! What? What the fuck? What the fuck was the point of that shot? Oh, that caught me so off guard. What was the point of that? Oh my god. Why? It's just a random shot of her slapping her own ass. Anyway. Led to my parents' divorce toward the end of last year, okay. What the fuck just happened? So that's why they're in a smaller home now. My god, really focusing on the belly button there. Also, you guys actually told me this is not the director that does most of the series. There was a different director for a bit of the beginning, which still insanely unique directing style. All right. I still question how on God's green earth this girl has just a billion of everything just somewhere. She's just sort of she's hiding it all up her ass. It's the only reasonable explanation. Because I know she said that she weighs nothing, but she has not claimed that anything she touches weighs nothing as well. She has not claimed that. And also, she doesn't weigh nothing. She weighs 5 kilograms. It's effectively nothing for what a human should weigh. She was going to get saved on her own. Oshino always said that, you know that? Oh my Jesus Christ! Here we go. Already starting off with this shit. She's going to get saved on her own. Oshino always said that. You know that, don't you, little missy? It's a fairy tale from another country. There once was a youth, a virtuous lad. In town one day he comes across a strange old woman. She asks him to sell her his shadow. His shadow. My god, the sound is picking up like crazy and I'm still trying to pause and whatever. Yes, the very shadow that grows from your feet when you're in the sun. Sell it to me for 10 pieces of gold, she said. The lad agreed without a moment's hesitation. For 10 pieces of gold. Then what happened? The lad couldn't imagine that his shadow was more valuable than 10 pieces of gold. Why would he? Practically speaking, not having a shadow is hardly a disadvantage. It wouldn't handicap you in any way. Oshino continued speaking while gesturing more and more emphatically. But here is what happened as a result. The lad was persecuted by the townspeople and his family. It created discord with those around him. It's creepy to not have a shadow. Not to have a shadow, they said. Oh, that one was really quick. Of course they would, because it really is. Well, sometimes the shadow itself can be weird too, but not having any is much creepier. Something that ought to be there not being there, right? In other words, the lad sold what he ought to be for 10 pieces of gold. Interesting way to frame the story. Silent voice, silent voice, silent voice, silent voice, silent voice, silent voice, silent voice. He searched for the old lady to get his shadow back, but he couldn't find her, no matter how long or how hard he tried. So ends the tale. Flourish of music. Itagi Crab Part 2. There was a flash of red there. Was that literally just saying red? Because it's done that before, where it's just like whatever the frame color is. Oh god, it's already lagging. God damn it. That is so quick. Whatever, I'm not going to try to get that. I'm going to spend forever trying to get that, and I don't want this to one episode reaction to be like an hour plus again. We're moving on. Okay, so yeah, we're back here again. Oh, wholesome set of clothes. What's the fee? Well, he did say because Araragi was the one to bring you here that he was willing to do it, so I don't know if it comes out of you. Maybe it's because Araragi did something for him in the past that he's willing to help whoever Araragi that's still a hard name to say. I can say that for the rest of the series, who Araragi brings to him. I could charge one if that would make you feel better. Yeah, the hands over the boobs. Well, yeah, he was gonna do it for free, but she's like, feels weird not paying him very clearly. She thinks it's like, it's weird that he's not asking for anything, so he's saying, if it'll make you feel better, I will charge you. But he just upped the price to 100,000 yen, which is not cheap. For Miss Class Rep, too. Wait, they helped Hanekawa as well? Oh, never mind. So he does charge people an insane sum of money. And he's only gonna charge her 100,000. So wait, Miss Class Rep, the only other class rep we've heard about is Hanekawa. Okay, this really feels like we're picking up very far into the series and we're gonna delve into some flashbacks along the way. Because now there's mention of a class rep that he charged 100,000. Who else could that be besides the other class rep that has been mentioned in the story, Hanekawa? Oh, so it's more difficult than just dealing with some, like, god who's not exactly in direct contact with you, as opposed to you literally becoming a vampire. These shots, man. No matter what I might have to do. I'm making this seem so freaky. What? She just naked? Oh my god. Do you just... I guess she just doesn't care if she's completely naked in front of you. Jesus Christ. I've heard this OST before. I've definitely heard this OST before. And so you walk out naked instead of asking him to bring them to you? You're also trekking water throughout the whole place. Jesus. For the first time. Yeah, this girl is... Even if she didn't get cursed with whatever this, like, crab thing is making her weigh like nothing, even if she didn't get that, she's already such a weirdo. Black again. Wholesome clothes. Okay, yep. Showing pulling the panties up. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I mean, to be fair, what do you expect? This is a hormonal ass dude. She's still just gonna be in the underwear? Oh my god. What's your goal here? Yeah, my very special thanks for helping. Yeah, that is to show him just you and the body. What is going on at the beginning of this episode? She's getting mad at you. Some positive feedback. What is happening right now? Also, what is this room made out of? Why is there like newspapers all over the walls and shit? About your body or you in your underwear or something? This freak, Nice. I mean, catch your virginity is crazy. Well, not that a man could either, yeah. Oh my god, now she's assuming you hooked up with a prostitute, and now she's covering herself up a bit. I don't even know what to say about this whole segment here. Jesus Christ. The biggest loser needs the most amount of help, damn. And what he's saying, is Araragi not telling something here that she's also been involved with Oshino because... maybe I'm going insane, but he mentioned class rep, and there's only one class rep we've met so far, who they showed an image of her in like a cat form, of course in underwear, but alas, the losers don't get enough of a break. Damn. Damn! Whoops, I muted it. Huh? This whole scene of her getting dressed. Oh, there you go. Okay, she came to that conclusion. Okay, she figured that out too. Yeah, she's fine, and she was helped out. She has taken a long time to get dressed. Or maybe not necessarily a long time, it takes as long to get dressed, but they are focusing on it so heavily. I don't even half trust him yet. Yeah, by fakes, I think she mentioned con men last episode, how she's probably gone to people to try to figure out her situation, and she's been conned, effectively. Yes, he's staring up her crotch right now, so you're not gonna get me to think so optimistically. Okay. The thighs. Okay, never mind, she took that jacket off. Oh, okay. What have you hurt my feelings? I mean, he did just walk out here completely in the nude, and then that whole interaction is still crazy. Asking him for feedback. Like, this is a dude you're just speaking to for the first time today, despite the fact that you've had classes together for 3 years. This is the first time you're ever talking to him. You walk out in front of him completely nude, and now you're just hanging around him in underwear. That's crazy. I guess she trusts him to a certain extent through their dialogues and the fact that he's helping her and all the above. But, like, still, it's crazy. Why not be optimistic? Well, I mean, if she's been let down a bunch of times before, I mean, I feel like I naturally lend to not being optimistic. I mean, if she's been through a bunch of con artists and things like that, it makes sense that she is going to say she'd be being optimistic if she trusted him. Because being optimistic, you naturally lend yourself towards. If you lean into an optimistic mindset, it'll hit harder when you're let down. Could be the line of thinking. And she's already been let down so many times from being optimistic that she don't want to do that anymore. I might be cheating. Well, now hang on. What the fuck does that mean? He immediately runs to like the other side of the room. He just stays as far away from her as humanly possible. My man Araragi is not trying to catch any kind of case. Yeah, the little cowlick showing up in frame. I've never heard of this in my life. I don't think there's anything the United States sees on the moon. I just see the moon. I've never heard of this before. Interesting. It was such a useless fact. Well, damn. Okay. Astronomy and cosmology. Yeah, a lot of stories love including like astronomy and cosmology and things like that into their story, with like Rizio in particular names a lot of its characters based on constellations and things like that, and it has meaning behind it in that way and things like that. I just know that I've seen several instances now of authors knowing a lot about that kind of thing. Are you now trying to call him an idiot because he said you might be an idiot earlier? I think you did take offense to that. I don't think she's aware of the concept, no. The verbal police. Once again, she's taking the shirt off. Are you just proud of your body and trying to show it off? Yeah. At this point, honestly, you could lend yourself to the idea that's what she's doing. Because she just keeps getting dressed and going. Well, first of all, she walked out naked. Got put on underwear right in front of you, asked you to talk about her body and give positive feedback about her showing you her body, and now every time she puts clothes on, just takes them off. I'm not that arrogant. Not good at wearing clothes. Oh, that's actually a fair point. When she said I'm not good at wearing clothes, I was literally going to say it probably has something to do with her weightlessness. The clothes, which normally weigh nothing, are actually literally heavy. Also, I'm just looking at the underwear here. It has like a stapler, it's got pins, it's got scissors, which is what she keeps whenever she like holds her arms up or whatever and drops a billion of them all over the place. Now we've switched to the opinion that he's not just knowledgeable about one thing, he's actually pretty knowledgeable in general, and there might be a brain in his head. Oh my god. This floorboard shot. How do you come up with shots like this? How when you're like the director's room storyboarding this show, you're like, oh yeah, let's get a shot from underneath the wooden floorboards. That's normal. The creating of an organism like you containing brain matter would be an event bordering on a miracle. Jesus Christ, Senjougahara! God damn! Jesus Christ! I mean, if that wasn't made clear at this point. What? Is she shocked she was hiding it? She thought she was hiding that she thinks he's... So she thought she was hiding it. Yeah, in this shot of the... Oh my god! That's crazy. What is the dialogue in this episode? How long? We're 10 minutes into the episode. It's been nothing but just verbal abuse banter this entire time. The fact that she, I can't tell if she genuinely thought she was hiding, that she thought he was stupid, or if she's playing into the fact that he's just figured out that she thinks he's stupid. Because when you notice how pitiful your mind is, I feel responsible. 74. Oh, damn. Why are we rounding from what? Why are we only rounding up to or down to? Basically she's saying we're rounding to 100 or 0. Would round up to 50, I guess. So I'm up by 100 points, yeah, because she would round hers up from 76 to 100 and yours from 46 down to 0, being at that 50 is the cutoff for getting rounded to 100 or 0. That's crazy and fucked up. Okay. To eat crab! She's just going, despite this being that has cursed her, she's going to eat crab. What? Take a trip to Hokkaido, 8 days, 7 nights, all you can eat crab. Alright, it would appear you're getting dragged along to Hokkaido, Araragi. The bike ride. Oh, she put a pillow this time! She put a pillow this time because she said her ass hurt. She said last time her ass hurt after the ride. Alright, back to Oshino's place. Oh my god. He's got a whole, like, ritual looking thing set up. You know, now that I think about it, maybe he just like charged Araragi so much that now if anybody Araragi brings, he'll charge them less to help them. Effectively, Araragi's paying for their treatment. I don't know if that's actually the case. I'm just throwing that shit out there. The random like head turns and close-up shots on the faces are just wanted to see. What does it say? Oh, entrance prohibited. Where are we? Like all the I love just the stylization of just this one scene of like the fenced walls being all red and like it's just so like the background being all red and then you come to the foreground and it's all like this yellow, purple, white highlighted. Great. Many misgivings. Does she need to be like wearing white for this? Because white, obviously the color white I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Temp? No word that starts with that suffix can lend itself to being like a synonym for usual. It usually represents purity. No. Oh, never mind. He also did take one. Okay. Your same old self. That's a very interesting comment. You look like your same old self. Oh, is he saying the shower because he showed up in the same clothes? The shower didn't really do anything. Is that why he was saying that? Yeah, he's immediately thinking about fighting it. When that lust-besotted cat attacked you and Miss Classrip out of malice. Okay, now I'm really like, so I wonder if Hanekawa was involved with everything that we saw at the beginning of episode 1, that like whole preview thing. I'm really curious if it seems like Hanekawa might have been involved with what was going on there as well, possibly. Because Shinobu is the he named the new, that like girl, he called her a former like husk of a vampire or something like that. He calls her Shinobu, and that's very clearly probably the vampire that turned Araragi that we saw at the beginning of episode 1 in that little like trailer sequence. And now they're talking about a lust-besotted cat, which is probably connected to Hanekawa in the fact that when we first saw Hanekawa, they showed us an image of her as a cat, like a cat person. Or is this just like talking about two different instances? So basically, Shinobu attacked Araragi, and that is one condensed story on its own. And then after that got sorted out, then this whatever lust-besotted cat he's talking about attacked Hanekawa, and that's a whole different situation as well. Like these are two totally separate situations just being put into the same sentence because they attacked out of malice. And so Araragi's kind of thinking this is probably the same, but it's going to be a different situation. Oh. Humility is key. Okay. Interesting. It's there and it's everywhere. So it's basically as a god, it exists everywhere, but to summon it to a specific point, we have to do a specific process. So summon and ask it to leave her alone. Yeah, they do have a whole ritual set up here, looking like a whole shrine. God damn. God, to make it as intense as hell. Okay. A teeny sip, yeah. Teeny tiny sip of alcohol, not gonna get you drunk.
さて、じゃあリラックスするところから始めよう。ここは自分の場所だ。君がいて当たり前の場所。はい。頭を下げたまま数を数えよう。
Oh my god, the sudden drawing art style change there.
3つ、8つ、9つ。
So it's not creepy at all.
じゃあ質問に答えてみよう。お嬢ちゃん、君の名前は？
In school, they have like question 4 written like on all, they have like the questions written on everything that we're passing by. What was that question? An embarrassing story from when you were a kid. Some very interesting questions here. I don't want to tell. Experience hurt the most. Oof. I'd assume it might have something to do with her parents separating, or... Jesus. Falling for a cult. Answer the question. Didn't she mention that earlier this episode? That's why. Well, hold on. What was the reason that her parents got divorced? Jesus Christ, I gotta go through all this shit again to try and find the damn. I figured she explained why she lived here. I need to find out where that was done. Wasn't even in this beginning segment. I swear it was. Okay, maybe it was elsewhere. Was it at the beginning? Oh, it was at the beginning of the episode. Okay. Yeah, my mother got deeply involved with the cult. She ended up not only giving them all our money, but also taking on a huge amount of debt. Oh, god damn it. I was trying to get information and I none of my parents divorced toward the end of last year. Yeah, and so they have like effectively no money anymore. Okay, back to where we were. Answer the question. Oh god. My mother brought him there. Oh god, he's trippy as hell. I feel like I'm on an acid trip every time I watch this fucking show. And I'm only 2 episodes in. It was a ritual. Oh god. Demand for... was assaulted. Oh no. Demand for carnal knowledge. Oh my god. I mean, that has to be the case. Good. She just left? Oh, Jesus. Like a hyper-realistic picture of who her mother could have been. The cult executive. They kill your mom? My god, this backstory was far darker than I could have imagined. Holy shit. I mean, maybe, but you are the more important one here. A-E-I-O-U. What is up with the vowels here? Is your thought and burden. Hi, yeah. No matter how heavy, it's what you need to shoulder. Hey. Upper title, lower title. Oof. Whoa. A crab. Oh my, dude, this is crazy. What the fuck? Crabs, part of the arthropod family, are decapod crustaceans with short tails. They have 2 claws and 4 legs, a hard shell, and crawl mainly sideways. There are many varieties of freshwater and seawater crabs, large and small. There are many that are edible. Though there are types of crabs categorized as Japanese spider crabs and coconut crabs, they are generally called crabs. Oh my god, it literally is a whole crab just right there. It's just like the last time. Just like the last time. Yeah, I guess Aranagi and Oshino see nothing. What do you need to say to it? Hey, my god. Is this just part of it? Oh my god, we're about to go through the wall. Yeah, so basically because she didn't speak quick enough, it is now attacking her, so now we gotta deal with it. Interesting fellow, I must say. I wonder if something good happened to it. So they're gonna fight? Jesus Christ. He's stopping the crab god. Well, good lord. What is about your state of mind? At least on a surface level. So I should just pull the trigger. What do you mean? Are you gonna try to kill this crab god? Oh.
驚いただけだからちゃんとできますから自分でできるから
やってごらん。
ごめんなさいありがとうございましたもういいんです私の思い出私の記憶
Oh, okay. Could it be like a symbolic meaning, as in like this trauma she carries from I can't speak. She carries from the past about nearly getting raped, and her mother, you know, then just seemingly we didn't get much detail about what happened, but kind of just falling out and falling apart and things like that. What if her losing her weight is like literally the weight of her burdens and her trauma was being lifted by the crab god effectively? That's why she lost weight. It was symbolic, a metaphor for her, the weight of these burdens she was carrying being lifted, and so that's why Oshino was saying that is your burden, that is what you need to carry. I understand what he meant earlier now. I was going to try to make a comment on it, but I wanted to let it play out because I wasn't certain what exactly he meant by that. But it seems like, in a way, she has used this crab god to take away that burden that she carried, as if lifting a weight off her shoulders, i.e., literally taking her weight from her.
It
Wasn't right of me to lose them. A flashback. Was a 5th grader. She almost got raped as a 5th grader? Jesus Christ. Devil's right hand, God's left hand, head, and torso. How terrible something awful is happening to my beloved daughter's limbs. Oh, she got involved with a cult because her daughter was sick. And that is why Senjougahara wants her mother back so badly, and why she feels so bad was because what her mother did and how her mother got tricked into joining a cult was literally to help her. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Need to drink medicine and great apples as soon as possible. Didn't see that either. Need to cut. If it isn't cut, need to connect. If it doesn't connect, busy. What disease did she have that was affecting her arms or her limbs? Oh god. Tooth blossomed, cherry blossom flower. I've been told that sometimes it is okay to just let things pass, because a lot of times they're purposefully trying to just overwhelm. I've been told that, so if that's incorrect, then feel free to correct me. I'm sure there's some symbolic meaning in like literally everything, but you know, I'm never gonna get everything on first watch. Okay, and that's how she fell further into the cult, because they probably convinced her that it was them who saved her daughter. Yeah, flashback. I love how they're doing that, saying it's like a flashback. Yeah, prank. It's also very interesting how they show the mother as like a real drawing, like not a real drawing, like a real image. This looks like they cut out an image of a real human being praying and slapped it in here. Begin to sour. Maybe it has something to do with why Senjougahara was basically just didn't associate with anyone ever in middle school and high school. Do it like a beast. Tried to rape her. Yeah. Beast, yeah. And perverted sexual desire. Jesus Christ. And the mother's just there praying. Oh my god. This got so heavy, and it's episode 2. Ugh. 4, 3, 2, 1. Destruction. the house blew apart. And are those 3 birds supposed to be the 3 members of the family, the mother, father, daughter? Their family fell apart. It was ruined. Stop. It was then Senjougahara met a crab. Because she said she had seen it before. End of flashback. And that crab lifted her burdens off her shoulders. The weight crab is he did say that. Oh my god, he did say that. What the fuck? He totally said that the last episode. That the weight crab is the emotion god. It literally lifted her weight off her shoulders, aka helping her emotionally deal with the trauma she had. Holy shit. Wow. 2 episodes and this is so well pieced together. And obviously she's over there crying because she's now having to really confront everything for the first time. Seems like in that moment when the crab appeared, although maybe what the crab did in the way it lifted the burden off her shoulders was literally kind of block out some of those memories, possibly. I don't know. I don't think that's the case because she did detail to Oshino the fact that she was almost raped and everything with her mother. She did tell him that, and that is when the crab appeared. So maybe the crab was just literally, she still has these memories, but it helps her regulate her emotions. And now that the crab has let go, the weight has come crushing back down and she really has to face what happened. Both memories and emotions. Yeah, rid herself of that weight. She had cheated. She literally mentioned that earlier this episode too. Oh my god, I don't remember the exact words she used, but she said something like, I may have cheated, when Araragi and her were talking about like shit, what was it? What was the context of it? I don't want to go back and look through the whole scene again, but they were, Araragi said something along the lines of like, well, it's not like you cheated or something like that, and she said, I may have cheated. It was something along those lines. That's crazy. Don't bring out her mother, restore her wrecked family. Yeah, but it's a part of her. Her experiences and things like that are a part of her, and it's a difficult thing to say, but your life, as Senjougahara was literally saying earlier, like, I will deal with it. I will hold these burdens and things like that. And although she begged for her mother to be returned, that won't necessarily happen. But the fact that she's no longer not caring about her mother can maybe bring her to be able to reach out to her mother or something like that. It's not going to do nothing. Maybe immediately it won't have any direct impact, but it will maybe in the future allow her, since she cares about her mother and has this weight back, these emotions back, maybe she can reach out and try to bridge things with her mother or something like that. You never know what the future holds in that regard. In a way, it sucks to say it, but whatever trauma you go through as you pass on in life, it is your duty to get over it. That is the sad reality of life in the world we live in. At the end of the day, it is your job to get over it. Because I don't mean for that to sound harsh, but I hope you guys get what I'm saying. Like, whatever trauma you go through in life, no matter how bad it may be, the world is gonna keep on spinning. It's awful, it sucks, it shouldn't happen, you shouldn't have to, but you do. It is the way of the world. You deal with those emotions, you deal with the memories and the trauma, and you have to try to move on in life. It sucks. Like I said, it shouldn't have to happen, but now that she's got these emotions back, she can begin coming to terms with what has gone on and try to move forward with life. In spite of that, regardless of that nostalgic feeling memories. Because of that, Senjougahara, Hitagi wanted them returned, yeah. She wanted them back. Memory of the torment. I've made a very dear friend, at least. You. Aww. For everything I put you through. Aww. There you go. Yeah. Aww. Oh, do we get to meet Araragi's family here? Hold on. Okay, so is that the end of her story already? I'm sure this is. I would effectively consider this like a prologue, like an introduction to the series, because I feel like we have to dive into what happened with Hanekawa. We have to dive into what happened with Shinobu. Like, there's so much of Araragi's character, and obviously they mentioned Hanekawa as well, that we have to dive into. I feel like this first beginning arc here with Senjougahara is an introduction to the world as a whole and how things operate here in Monogatari. I think that makes the most sense as to why we've started here in the middle when there's clearly things that have happened in the past. We've started here in the middle to establish kind of some base world building. That was really well done. So these are his two siblings. Oh my god! Yeah, you were up late last night. They started ruffling it harder. So yeah, he did mention having two sisters, I think. Yeah. Oh, they made him weigh so much? Why? Did the crab god put extra weight on him and that's why he's struggling? Not just because he was up, like, because he weighs, even if his body doesn't look different, he weighs 50 or 45 kilograms more. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Interesting. So is that really the end of Senjougahara's arc? I'm curious where we go from here. Really, really great first two episodes, though. I'm so on board. That was great. And of course, this recording is nearly an hour long. Last episode was, I think, like an hour and 6 minutes. This one, I'm at 56 minutes of raw footage right now, essentially. Jesus. These are gonna be some long reactions, guys. Great episode. Okay, no, this is the preview, right? But they have like people talking. Are these his sisters? But Jim's not Jim either. It's PR Fluff. Then what kind of name would make you happy? Something like middle special. I'm just gonna block it on the top of the screen. Preview quiz. Your bus driver can't believe what is happening. These dialogues are so crazy. Bus driver? I don't even know, man. Whatever. I have no fucking idea what the hell is going on in these previews. I'm probably gonna stop watching them because honestly I don't want to see the visuals and I don't want to just go like this the entire time while I'm trying to read what's going on because you can't even see me. Anyway, really good introductory arc here with Senjougahara and the crab arc here. That was really well done, establishing her story and everything like that, and super well done. I'm so on board. The unique directing and all the above. The foreshadowing was especially phenomenally well done in this episode, as well as it ties into stuff from last episode too, and all the above. Great stuff. Now I'm curious to see where we go from here. I don't know if we're gonna go back and start talking about the stuff that happened with Hanekawa and Araragi and Shinobu, or if we're gonna keep going forward into some new arcs and continue establishing world building and things like that. I don't know, but we will find out as we continue nonetheless. But I think that is gonna wrap it up for my reaction to Bakemonogatari episode 2. I hope you guys did enjoy and I hope you all have a good day.